Good morning, Flosstube. It's Lori McClary, textilist. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers that I have, and welcome back to all my returning subscribers. I really appreciate you being here. And this is a Flosstube channel mostly about cross stitch, but also quilting and working with wool and crafts and all related accoutrement, textile related stuff. Today we're going to talk about the Midwest / Farmgirl Gatherings cross stitch retreat. It used to be called the Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat. It has been rebranded as the Farmgirl Gatherings for Michelle Rudy Farmgirl. And so I'm going to go over that today, and then depending on the time I may start my whip parade. I think the whip parade is going to be pretty long. I may break it up into segments. I may not even have it in this video. We'll see how it goes. I may just do a separate video with those because I know I have quite a bit, and I really do kind of want to go through them and decide what I'm going to work on next. So just got back. I got back to my hometown, or my new hometown, Sisters here, on Tuesday afternoon. The Midwest / Farmgirl Gatherings cross stitch retreat was Friday through last Sunday, and it was a blast. They're always a blast. Michelle puts on a fabulous retreat. She always has. I've been to all but 2 retreats. One, I missed the first one because I had just started cross stitching, and I missed last fall because I was in the middle of treatment, so cancer treatment. But been to all the others, and they're always great. Lisa, Kindred Stitcher, and I, my travel buddy, we went a couple days early this time because we really wanted to hit the shops that we never seemed to quite have the opportunity to go to. And we also went to a little Amish town a little bit outside of town, and I'll talk about that when we get there. So I have a haul. I have an amazing amount of stitchy gifts and stitchy kindness that I received at the retreat, and we did make a trip to the Wool and Needle again, so I have quite a few new things from there, and I also picked up some things that I had ordered when I was there in the spring. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we get started, I did want to share with you the day before I left for to drive north to catch the plane to go to the Farmgirl Gatherings. Here in Sisters, we have a harvest fair. It's very highly anticipated. We didn't get to have it last year, so it was really exciting that we did this year. It was a beautiful fall day, bright and crisp and warm, and I hit a couple booths that I wanted to share. I did share them on my Instagram, and I don't have the ornaments to show you, but you can go look at my Instagram and see those. But there was a booth there, and it's called Waxing and Raining. I know we'll put it down below if you want to go visit her. It's a young lady out of McMinnville, Oregon, and she does a lot of beeswax things. And what I picked up from her, I got this set of pumpkins. These are all pure beeswax. And I also got these really awesome door hanger, whatever you want to call them, waxers. This one is a bee. Let me see. My lighting here is really terrible today. It's storming outside. In fact, you may hear the wind. So I got the bee waxer door hanger, and I got this really cute witch waxer door hanger. Super reasonable prices. She does all kinds of different ones, and you should go check her out. So I was super excited to get those. I really like them. Okay, I'm going to kind of do this sort of in order, but maybe not. I have piles on my table here yet again. I'm really looking forward to that. That was the last retreat of the season for me. I'm looking forward to sitting home and stitching and doing all of these great things that I've collected. So I'm going to start out with some of the Stitchy Kindness, and I'm going to apologize in advance. Sometimes I would come back to my seat at the retreat and there would be things sitting there at my space, and I don't know who they came from, but I'm going to show them to you just the same. And if you are one of the kind persons who dropped that off at my table, please comment below and let me know it was you. So, but I do want to thank you properly. So let's see, the first thing we got was, and this is unwrapped and taken apart, there was candy in here, there was candy canes, there was Hershey's Kisses and stuff, and this was all wrapped up beautifully. But this is from Michelle Rudy, Farm Girl, and with it came some pens, and these were intended, let's see, is that focusing okay? These were intended to go with our retreat piece. So we received this from Michelle the first day, and then see, it's already falling down. The next day we also received another gift from Michelle, and it has some tea in there, has some apple cider, and it has her really cute floss drop cards in here. And what else do we have in here? I think there was some more candy. Oh, there's still candy in here, all wrapped up in this cute little bag. So we also received this as part of the retreat paraphernalia, retreat stash. Oh my gosh, there were so many things. My friend Kathy Lounsbury, I met her at the spring retreat. She is a former coworker and good friend of Lisa Kindred Stitcher. And she had made something for Lisa that I had coveted for a long time, and we talked about it at the last retreat, and this is it. Lisa has one that is red and black, and Kathy took a little snippet of a piece of wool for my colors for my house, and she made this for me. Is this not adorable? It is just, it's so cute. So has a top there for my scissors, sits right next to my stitchy chair, and I could not have been more thrilled when Kathy dropped that off. But that's not all. She is an amazing crafter and cross stitcher. She also gifted me, I've got more than one thing, where is it at? Here it is. She also gifted me, here's her floss drop cards. I have several of them, but here's one of them. And I have a lot of floss drop cards that I've gotten over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And what I'll probably do is I think I'll line them up and post them on my Instagram so I can give everybody the props that they need of who did that, or who sent them to me. Another thing that she gifted everyone is this cute little waxer, and this is a raspberry. And then this is perfect. It goes beautifully with my little pincushion here. It came wrapped in old tissue paper from a pattern. I've got a ton of this. In fact, I have a ton of vintage patterns. Every pattern that my mom ever owned when she was growing up, she sewed all of her clothes. All the clothes that she sewed for me when I was a little girl from the 60s, and then all the patterns that I did for my daughter and granddaughter. I have all of those. So I might repurpose them. I really like that. But this is what else she gifted me. It's this really cute strawberry out of plaid, and it goes so well with my pincushion here. I just love it. Thank you so much, Kathy. These are beautiful, and I just love your work. Kathy also had an amazing name tag that she made, and we're trying to convince her she needs to make a pattern out of that. And so maybe we might see that soon. We don't know. So those are from Kathy Lounsbury. She is on Instagram. Let's see. I got this cute little bag, And inside that bag is more Flosstube cards, and these are from, oh, I have to put the glasses on. This is from Subby Stitches, at SUBYSTITCHES. I'm sorry, I don't know your first name. I should have looked that up before I started, but wonderful little floss cards. Has a beautiful beautiful sunflower and leaf on the front. I love these. These are so pretty. And this is of Hocking Hills State Park. Picture by Sue Fisher. There you go. And let's see. The next thing I received, these are things that were sitting on my spot, so I don't necessarily know. Oh, great. This one's from Karen Cawthorn. And she gifted us got a cute little card there made for you. And inside here is a cute little needle minder. A little chuck. I love that. That's going to go on my Christmas stitchy stuff. So thank you, Karen. The next thing up is these are from Cross Stitch Fancies. I believe that is Sue. And she gave us, traded a card, and hers is this really cute little lamb and a bee scap. And then, let's see, this one looks, oh, I love this card. I love this card, check that out. So it's a square one. This one, I don't know who the gifter is, but she gave me some gingerbread joy and some peppermint sticks and a cute little, oh, I like this one. It looks very vintagey. Cute little pipe cleaner looking candy cane. Thank you so much, person I don't know. That was very cute. I should know who gave this to me because she handed them to me. I don't remember. I might remember later if I do. But these really cute leaf floss cards. I love how they're punched twice. I do this myself where I put a second punch in there where I put the threads that I'm currently using versus the threads that are hung on here. This one, oh, these are more from Kathy Lounsbury. And here's her information. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Sorry about that. The lighting is really terrible. So she does have on, she sells some of these really great creations that she makes, and it's at It's So Stitchy on Instagram. So go check out Kathy. She has great stuff. These are from my good friend Marcy Thiessen, who is also on Instagram. Here's her information. You will want to go follow her. She has amazing stuff. Last year she did a cocktail, what was it, like a cocktail countdown, or I don't remember what she called it, but she had a different cocktail every day for I think like the 12 days of Christmas, and they were fabulous. But her floss cards are wonderful. Every one is a different piece of textile that she has in her home. And you can tell, oops, let me do it this way. She has fabulous, fabulous taste. Trying to do this so the light doesn't glare on them. And these, they're just stunning. So these are from Marcy. This one, these are from Jen Stitching Niche. These are her COVID cacti, is what she said. So this is her Flosstube cards. So those are from Jen. And this, I got this cute little Halloween bag. It had chocolate, more goodies in it, but the chocolate is long gone. Came with a nice pencil. And let's see, I think there might be a name in here. Yeah, this is from Vicki Epen. So thank you, Vicki. This one is, did we talk about that one? Yeah, I did. This one's from Joy H. Stitcher on Instagram. And Joy, oh, this is so cute. This has got to go on me open this up here. Happy Fall from, I'm pretty sure, does that say Joy? Oh, PJH Stitcher. No, this is Pam. Thank you, Pam. So this is one of the things from Kitten Stitcher. This is a holy moly. But what she gave, I love this, is this cute little pen cushion. I'm going to put something on that so I can hang that off of my fall looking there. Doesn't that look great? They look like they go together, don't they? So thank you, Pam. And then the last one I have sitting in front of me is by no means the least. This one I know is from our good friend Kay Dunlap, and it came with this really cute little ornament, Santa I Can Explain, and then we've got this really cute little, Christmas, what are those called? Clothesline pens, clothespins. And this is her floss drop. This is Kay's, and let's see. Kay is Come In and Stitch a Little on Instagram. Sorry about that. That lighting is just horrible. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get me some fancy schmancy lighting things. It has a cute little Santa for a flash drop, and then there's some wonderful little goodies in here. A little ho ho ho, and these beautiful little bells that are gonna go on a, let me see, that's not working very well. I'm gonna put them on a floss ring or something like that. And then I love this. Look at this button. Merry Christmas. I am definitely, even though fall has officially just started, I'm definitely starting to get in a Christmas mood and wanting to switch over to start stitching Christmas stuff. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I want to get that in there. I don't want to mess up any of these things because I need to. Oh, please. Okay, I had to clear the table off of some of the stuff because it was like falling all over. Another thing that we received as a gift, and this was from Teresa Kogut, and this was a beautiful, I really, really like this. And it looks Christmassy to me. And like I said, I'm kind of in the Christmas, let's see, except this was for July, so I don't know. But it looks Christmassy to me. So this was from Teresa. I had the fortunate, happy accident of sitting next to Teresa at retreat. She is just a delightful young lady. I love her to death. It was really interesting chatting with her, and she is just super sweet. So I was really excited to be able to sit and talk with her. Of course, everybody there is wonderful to talk with. A lot of my old friends, and some folks that I had not had an opportunity to meet before. But it's just like that coming home at the holiday type of feeling when you come home and you see people you haven't seen in a while, and you get to sit and talk about things that you love, like stitching, and you talk about family and kids and life and all of that. It was just wonderful. But back to the gifts. This was from Teresa, and thank you very much, Teresa. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I also got to see a couple things that she had distributed on her Patreon, so I immediately had to go and sign up because, you know, the FOMO is real. And I saw some of her other pieces. She worked on a punch needle, and she worked on, there's a freebie that she was working on, and the dress on the lady on the freebie is amazing. I love it, so I'm gonna have to go check that out. So I think that is most of the Stitchy Kindness that I received, and if I missed something, I'm really sorry. I might find it later as I kind of go through these piles, but I'll try to cover everything. So let's see, if I do this in order, maybe I won't get too confused. Yeah, let's do next. So on our way, so Lisa and I flew into Chicago and then drove for about 4 hours to get down to Amana, Iowa. And it's actually, that sounds like a lot of traveling, and it is, but it's a little bit less time than it takes to do the hop between Seattle and then Chicago. I think you catch another plane from Chicago to Cedar Falls, and you drive from Cedar Falls. So that's the way that we do it. On the way from Chicago to Amana, we stopped at, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. Tomorrow's Heirlooms. We stopped at Tomorrow's Heirlooms. And I should have known that, because the first thing I want to show you is this cute little ruler from Tomorrow's Heirlooms. I like to pick these up to the shops that I go to. Not all shops have them. I wish they did. So I, like Laura, I like to collect the corner gauges and whatever that has their name on them. And then I just keep them all in a basket back here. So we stopped there, and they had a lot of vintage patterns. We went through the vintage collection of Brenda Gervais, and I picked up this chart. I have seen that before, and this one is called Christmas Cottage, and I love this one. And I think what I want to do is do this like on a 10 count and make it a pillow. I really, really like that. So I picked this up, and I picked up the M+A 1853. I had wanted to get this at the attic, but it got sold out in the time that we were there for the retreat. So I picked this one up also. I think this is such a gorgeous chart, and the colors are so pretty. So that's what my haul from Tomorrow's Heirlooms. And the other thing I noticed while I was there, they had a really good selection of frames. So there was a couple frames that I really liked, and I'll have to decide in what stitch pieces, if I can get my words out. Words are hard. I get some pieces sent over to them for some framing. Let's see, where do we go to next? We went to the Woolen Needle, and there was two things that I had ordered back in the spring that weren't there. One of them was a piece to do some rug hooking, and they had to, it was out of print, so to speak. They had to create it for me, so it took them a while. But this is the, let's see, do I have it right side up? Yeah. So this is the rug hooking burlap. It's not burlap, it's the linen that you hook on it, and this is from, let's see, this is from the Woolen Needle. And what did they call it? Is there a name or a number? It's from a pattern, says estimated 1930. They don't. Oh, 2014 at the Woolen Needle. So if you like this, if this is one you're interested in, you can probably call them and just tell them it's the same one that Lori McClary or Michelle Rudy had ordered, and they'll know what you're talking about. So that was one of the things that I picked up. The other thing I picked up was the kit for this particular quilt. So last fall, Lisa and Michelle messaged me when they were shopping at the Woolen Needle. Lisa actually picked up a couple things for me, but she showed me this picture, and it's like, yeah, that's really pretty, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I want the kit. So when I went this spring, I saw the model, the actual quilt, and it's like, oh yeah, I definitely need that. Well, they were out of one of the colors of red, and they're very particular about their quilts. They want them to look just right. So I said, no problem. Just let me know when you get that in and when you get ready to get kitted again. And so they had called me a couple weeks before retreat and said that it was ready. And I said, great, can you just hold it and I will pick it up. Save shipping because I'm already paying for the plane ticket. So this is the quilt. This is the kit. This is the wool, and this is all of the fabric and the background. And so Michelle and Lisa and I are going to do a quilt along at some point in time, but this is just beautiful. So super excited to pick that up. While I was there, let's see, they had a spool that was for sale. I think I got the last one in the shop. And I also picked up several wool kits. these pictures do not do them justice. I know we say that a lot, but it's almost always true. So this one, they actually kitted it up while I was there because they were starting to cut the kits for the first time. And this is called Harvest Time. And it's this right here. And it's so cute. The colors are beautiful. So I've got the pumpkins. And then the same company, this is Jerome Thomas Designs. And this turkey. The turkey is fabulous. That turquoisey color is so pretty. And I know I got, let's see, so yeah, I got the Valdani. Actually, these are not Valdani. These are Wonderfill cottons to do the stitching with. And again, it's the entire kit. And kits are so nice. And these are super reasonable kits. You get the pattern, you get all the stuff. I don't have to go through my stash, which I do have a lot, but pick this up too, along with the floss. And this one, I also picked up the floss for the quilt that I just showed you. And the other one I picked up, I walked in the shop and my eyes went to two things. This was the second thing. I'm gonna show you the first thing in a minute here. But was this, and this is fairly good sized. I'd say the finished product is probably about 18 by, not quite 3 feet, maybe 18 by 24. It's pretty good size. So it's crows and pumpkins. And I'm gonna pause because I have to go get the book to show you what this next kit is for. Hold on here. Okay, so the project is out of this book and it's called Wool Applique Heirlooms, and it's by Mary Blythe, and Mary Blythe owns the Woolen Needle. And so of course there's many of these projects are all around the shop, and it's a beautiful, beautiful book. I bought this years ago. I think it was published in, let me take a look here. It was published in 2019. So the project that I bought it for is actually shown on the part of it is shown on the front cover here. And here is the project. It's quite large. It's beautiful. It was sitting out in the shop. It's 29 by 52. And it's gorgeous. I think I took a picture. If I did take a picture, I'm gonna put another picture of it right up somewhere around here so that you can see it close up. But it's a stunning, stunning piece, and I'm super excited. It's gonna fit lovely across the entire top of my coffee table, or I may put it on my oak dining room table. I think it will look really pretty there. But here's the bundle, and lots and lots of wool. It's just beautiful. Just the kit is beautiful. So glad to have it. Anyway, so that was the trip to the Woolen Needle, and many things there. Very excited to start working on any or all of those. And let's see, what else have we got going on here? The next day after we went to the Woolen Needle, we got up, and the bed and breakfast owner, Lisa, we stayed at Rawson's. Lisa told us about a little town not too far away that had a great quilt store. They actually have 2 quilt stores and a lot of antique shops. And the name of the town is Kalana. I think I pronounced that correctly. And yes. So visit Kalana. So she gave us this, and it's a, just gives you all the information about the village. It's a little Amish village. There's tours, there's all sorts of good things. So we decided to go check that out. And we ate lunch at the Kalana, let's see, it was a brew pub. It was really good food, although we were laughing. It's not what we expected to see in a little Amish village. It looked, you could have went into downtown Portland or Seattle or Bend here and expected to see. It was very hip, industrial looking. It was a beautiful little brew pub, and the food was very good. So we ate lunch there, and then we went and hit a couple of the antique shops. And in one antique shop, I found actually quite a few things. I collect vintage pottery as well, and I found a Weller vase or vase that I really wanted to bring home, but it was about this tall. Maybe it was close to 2 feet tall. It was an excellent price, but there was no way I could get it home on the plane without it breaking. I was just worried. But what I did pick up, let me take it out of the wrapper. And I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to frame it because I love it so much. And it is a Needlecraft magazine from October 1926. Is that not beautiful? It has all sorts of projects in here, so I think I'm going to go through like the projects, but I'm going to try to find a frame, and I'll probably hang it here in the prim room because it kind of lends itself to that. But I loved this. It was great. There was, oh, here in the back. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I went through and had to laugh at some of the advertisements and the things that they had in here. Things for spotless clothes. Best decision we ever made was buying a Singer sewing machine. That one was really cute too. Anyway, so picked this up for, it was very reasonable. I think it was, what does it say here? I paid $5 for it, so super reasonable. They had 3 more that were also all October. I think it was 1922, 1923, but I really liked the picture on this one. So picked that up. And then we went to the quilt store, and oh my gosh, what was the name of this quilt store? It was Willow Creek Quilting and Gifts. They have the kitting going on. So they had a ton of kits across many, many different designers. They had a lot of Kim Deal. They had some Joe Morton. They had, what else did they have? Just a ton of kits. The store was overwhelming, even for me. And I only picked up a few things there, but they were really good few things. So one of them, this was a little Kim Deal apple baskets. This is from the Simple Whatnots Quilt Club number 8. And the quilt size is 17 by 17. It comes with the pattern. There it is. And this was $13, $14. I also found, or actually I didn't find, Lisa found some vintage Kansas trebles, which is one of my favorite fabric lines, favorite designer, in a piece that I did not have. And I'm sorry, again, the light is shining on that kind of funny, but that's pretty true to color. So I bought a couple yards of that. They had an enormous file cabinet full of old patterns, old cross-stitch charts, old quilting charts, and you will not believe, again, Lisa found this. She's the definite person to be with because she finds things. She found 2. She found one that she bought, and it was one of her unicorn books for Blackbird Designs, and she found this one as well, which she already had, so I got to take this one home. In the clearance bin, half price. So I'm very excited about getting this one. It's Cozy Nights by Barb and Alma, Blackbird Designs. This one came out in 2000 and has a lot of projects. I think Olivia B did do a flip through of this particular one on a recent video, or maybe one before that. So, and if she didn't, you can also see the flip through on Carol Saltback Stitcher. She did all of them. So picked that up, and then I picked these up. They were really interesting looking. They are little prim. It's kind of got a little bent here in the, they're little prim things. You hang them on the edge of something. I'm going to hang them on the edge of a bowl. And they have a little candle at the top and a little, this one's an apple. They had all sorts of fruit. I just picked the apple and the pear to hang on outside of baskets or something. So those were super cute. And let's see, I think that was all that we got from our visit to Kalana. I did get a couple things from shops in Amana. One of them was, this is a, it's kind of like a pestle. What I actually bought it for was to be the wood mold for doing creme kaka cookies, which are a Norwegian cookie. So I picked this up for a very, very good price. Oh, and I got this. So one pumpkin is not enough, is what it says. And then, let's see, Amana. So now I have an Amana t-shirt. The weather was really unpredictable when we got there. There were some days that were super cold and rainy, and some days that were just beautiful fall days that were really crisp and warm. So I didn't have enough of the right kind of clothes, so I had to go shopping. Oh, darn. Okay, so I'm going to pause here real quick and do a little cleanup, and then we're going to get into the retreat piece and the haul from the retreat. Okay, as you probably already know, the designer, the featured designer for the Farmgirl Gatherings Fall 2021 was Brenda Gervais, one of my favorite designers. I've had the privilege of seeing her before, and I think it was another fall retreat, I believe. So this retreat, it's holiday themed, and here's the box of what we got. That gives you a little bit of an idea of what was on here, and Brenda signed it for me. Her presentation that she did was about show towels, and it was super interesting. I wish I had videotaped it, but I was just totally caught up in the moment and listening to what she was talking about. So show towels, Pennsylvania Dutch show towels, they were the one thing that the young girls would stitch that really didn't have a purpose other than being for show. And she had many of them there. She passed out this little flyer that shows some of the details from the show towels. And then she also passed out, and I think it's here in my box. I gotta take my box apart. So this is what it looked like. It was tied up in string. And let's see. I know I started some pieces here. Where did it go? Okay, I have, oh, I bet you know what? I might not be able to show it to you, the little piece that she gave us, because I think it's in a bag, and I'm not sure where the bag is. Hold on, I'm gonna go look real quick. Okay, I had some heart-stopping moments there. It was actually in the bottom of the box, but I looked in the bags and I couldn't find it. It's like, ah! So she gave us a little gift of these charts, and these are motifs off of the show towels. And she also gave us this beautiful card with some needle card. And this is all the show towels stacked together. And then there's the needle card. And inside it says, now I can't find my glasses. Oh, here they are. Inside it says, cloth is my acre on which I sew so beautifully and diligently. The needle is my plow with which I sew so beautifully and skillfully. Silk is my seed with which I sow my name. And that was by Magdalena Laubach, 1791. So this is really a beautiful needle card. Came with that. The box was tied up in string. Sorry, crackle, crackle. They had this beautiful Pennsylvania Dutch fractor on the front. So that was one of the gifts that Brenda gave. And I'm just going to set those in here. And then she also gave this cute little pin keep with which the pins that I showed you earlier that Michelle gave us will work with. So this is Rudolph and Friends. And this will, you know, usually charts like that you get at retreats, they're going to come out again within a year or so at one of the markets. So, but this is just adorable. So we received that. I haven't ringed my floss, but here's all of the beautiful floss for this. And then here is the retreat piece. Now, the backstory, and I'll give you the shortened version, the backstory of the retreat piece was Brenda's, how she loved the town of Amana, and how coming there at holiday time and her interpretation of what it looked like at holiday time. So this, I'm going to come a little closer to here. This is what the houses in Amana look like. They're beautiful. They're stone, or they're brick, or they are clapboard, cedar, but they're just gorgeous. And this is, the interpretation, her interpretation is spot on. What this reminds me of is the general store, which I call the Christmas store because it's completely filled with Christmas ornaments. It's wonderful. But she called it the Candy House. And this is the German spelling of house. And I love it, love it, love it. In fact, I may be putting down other things, other plans, because I did start it at the retreat. Some people actually got the entire border done, but I was chit-chatting, so I didn't. Let me pull out, I have some needles here. But I got started on the border. There we go. The berries are 2 different colors of red. This is being done on Winter Brew by R&R. And it's just beautiful. I just love it. And it's a mix of Weeks Dye Works and DMC and Classic Colorworks. Let's see. Oh, she gave us this cute, cute little needle nabbit as well. And this beautiful, beautiful, I love this, floss ring. Look at that. It's, let's see, let me put something behind it so you can really see it. This beautiful floss ring that has the picture of the small on it. And everything she does is just perfection. She is definitely one of my favorite designers. I have a lot of her stuff. I was excited to find some of the older vintage stuff there at Tomorrow's Heirlooms, but just loved it. And then that's not all, because when Brenda comes, she brings a little pop-up store. So, of course, I anticipated that. I did nearly fill my suitcase in the woolen needle, but I saved some room for Brenda's. Oh, by the way, there's a little ribbon and some beads for the chart. But I did save some room for the pop-up, and I was not disappointed. One of the things that she had there was this kit that I've been trying to get ever since it came out. It's always sold out, but she did have a few there. So I was able to get I Love Fall Most of All. And it comes with the little wooden box and the pumpkins. I'll take this out. Sorry for the crackle. So this is what it looks like. Pumpkins. And then she also has some extra pumpkins, which I'm glad, because, you know, I like the dark colors. So I've got some dark pumpkins to go in there. So that came out. And then she also had all of her new releases, which she has since released after the retreat. One of them, I didn't get them all. I had to pick and choose. Winter's Day. This is so cute. It's so cute. There's a lot of stitching in there, but it's worth it. It's a beautiful, beautiful little tiny stocking. She had Celebrate the Harvest. Now, if you had participated in the Coming to America, you already have this. This is part of that chart, but this is a smaller part of the chart. And I think this is a beautiful Thanksgiving piece. I really do like that. And this is called Harvest Blessings, or actually it's called Celebrate Harvest, but it said Harvest Blessings on here. So I picked that up. This is a new release. It's a part of the box, or the trade theme, and I haven't opened this up yet, so I'm just going to show it to you. But this is Sugar and Spice, and this is the piece, and it has, oh, you know what? I think I really do need to open it so you can see this, because it's adorable. Sorry, more crackle. So what comes with this are these cute little, these are felted, little gingerbread guy and some really cute little candy canes and peppermints. And then here is the piece that goes with it. So that's in the tray. And then she gives instructions on what color to use to paint the tray. This tray, I think it looks green. I might do mine in red. I don't know. I'll have to look. She also sold the trays by themselves, and it was a tough choice. She had a bunch of different antique pictures that she had in the bottom of the tray. So this is the same size of tray. I love this. I love stitching trays. They're so useful, particularly this one's, you know, they're shallow, but you can drop all of your stitching stuff in there and your scissors are not floating around and that sort of thing. So I picked that up. And this is one I've been wanting to get for a long time. It's P is for pumpkin. The cool thing is it came with the stem. So I even got to go through all of them to pick out which stem that I wanted. Some were long, some were skinny, some were brown, some were green, some were curly. I picked the one I liked, and this is P is for pumpkin. And there's really no stitching involved. It's all the pre-printed linen for you to make the pumpkin. And along with that, she also had ABC, My Pins and Me. So this is the tomato pincushion one. And it comes with the pins and the wool to put that together. So that's another pincushion. And this is one that I really liked when it came out, and I didn't get around to getting it, so now I have it, and that is I Collect. She had that one made up there, and it was so cute. So not all of her new releases. Hopefully you'll get a chance to watch another Flosstuber that was there that picked up some of the other new releases. I kind of had to pick and choose. You know, of course you want it all, but there are some limits, even for me. Okay, so I think that is all for the retreat and the retreat update, and for the little bitty haul that I had before I headed off to the retreat. I can't think of anything else I got in the mail that I haven't already shown. I did get some pieces from UA Fabric, which I talked about, but you can go visit my Instagram to see that fabric. It's sort of stitching related, but not really. So it's really cute. So I'm going to end this here. Okay, I lied. I wasn't done. Or actually I didn't lie. I thought I was telling the truth. But I forgot to update you on my stitching. And I really did get quite a bit of stitching done, even though I was at retreat. So what I did was a lot of fill-in. So the two things that I worked on, the first one was a Preschooler. So I've been working on my Preschoolers. This one is 2006. I did not finish this at the retreat. I finished it a couple days later, but I did a significant amount of stitching on that. So that's a Preschooler. And I knew I was going to forget some stitchy kindness. While I was at the retreat, somebody had watched my previous video, and I am so sorry. I don't remember who gave this to me. So please let me know who handed these to me. I still really do have a lot of chemo brain going on. I cannot remember things worth crap. So she gave me a couple of Preschoolers that I did not have. So thank you so much to the kind giver of the Preschoolers. And the other thing I worked on, and I put a lot of stitching in, is the Stacy Nash Primitives Rose Cottage Pen Keep. I'm doing this more as a larger sampler on a higher count. And I did not iron this, but you can still see it. So I'm closing in on a finish. It is really, really close. I could probably finish it today if I spent the rest of the day working on it. But super close. I'm really excited to finish this one. As I mentioned before, this has 5 generations of women in my family on there, and then I'm going to be doing the Butternut Cottage. And I talked to my son, and I will be making that one with him and his uncles and his father and grandfather on that one. I'm going to have to do some rearranging on that one. It doesn't really lend itself to putting all the names, so I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do it. The other part is all of their initials are exactly the same. It is a tradition in my son's family that the men all, well, actually everybody, but definitely the men, their initials are MJM. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I haven't decided. The other thing I wanted to talk about, the other thing is on the Preschoolers, I designed, let me see, is that right side up? That right side up. I designed this little Preschooler Journal. So I was sitting next to, so I had Teresa Kogan on one side and had Suzette Primitive Stitcher on the other. I love Suzette. She is so talented, and we chit-chatted. She has journals that she sells, which I also bought one of those. But I created this Prairie Schoolar Journal because I was taking up all the pages in my other journal from Suzette, putting in my Prairie Schoolers, and I wanted just one journal for my Prairie Schoolers. So I did the artwork on this. Actually, I did not draw the artwork. I pulled this artwork from royalty-free artwork and put it together, and I created this little journal. So this is a light-colored one. I also did red ones. I brought them to the retreat to see if people were interested in them, and they were. And I'm going to put a picture up here so you can see the red journal as well. And I'm going to be putting more of these together. So if this is something that you are interested in, if you could go to my Instagram account and look at the Instagram post and just say, yes, I'm interested, so I can gauge how much supplies I need to order. This one is a small one. This is, I'd say, maybe 3.5, 4 inches by 5 inches. And what I have in here right now is just a mini. These come in and out. This is just a mini composition book. So you can refill it if you want, but there's enough pages in this mini composition book to actually journal all of the Prairie Schoolers that are currently in existence, plus a few more years. I do plan on trying to put together a larger version, something that's closer to this size. It may not be this big. The material that I use to make this isn't inexpensive, but it's really sturdy, it's handy. So I may try to make one here, and then the pages will not be just regular line pages. They will have something that says like year and, you know, floss and that sort of thing. So if that's something you're interested in, like I said, give me a heads up that you might be interested so I have an idea of how much supplies to order. They're on order right now. Everything is a little shorthanded, but this is something, it's not just for, you know, Christmas, although this would be a cute little Christmas gift. But it's something that if you are a Prairie Schoolar Santa stitcher, that then you can put all of your information in about the Prairie Schoolar Santas that you're doing in your little journal. So that aside, there was one more thing. Oh, yes. I don't have it in front of me, but so yesterday was my birthday, and my youngest, my son, he emailed, or he called me. He says, well, I ordered something for you, and it was supposed to come in the mail, but I realized it actually came in an email. So what he did is he remembered that I was talking to him about long dog samplers, and he went on the long dog sampler site and he ordered a sampler for me. And the sampler he ordered is the it's the Templar Prophecy sampler. So I'm going to be stitching that. I'm going to be stitching it for him because he picked it out, and I was so excited and so impressed. He went through the site and he picked out one that he thought I would like and that he liked as well. So I'm going to put a picture of that here, and then I need to figure out what color that I'm going to stitch that in. I'll probably talk with my son and see that. So that was kind of well, it was a really cool birthday present. My daughter and granddaughter also bought me a really cool present. I am a big Anne of Green Gables fan, and I only have it on VHS. So they ordered an updated set for me for my DVD player. And so it was a great birthday. Anyway, so really this time is time to go. I do believe I'm not going to start my whip parade until next video. So until then, I'll see y'all. Bye-bye.